Hey Wizards, it's been a long 24 hours, but we are back. We are back for the next episode in the Myth walkthrough because what the heck, I'm having such a good time doing a daily episode. Let's keep going. And if you notice I didn't do a video for that day, it means I need a break. So, hey, we are here back in the Arcanum, guys, and we have completed everything. So let's do a quick rundown on our wizard. We really haven't done that for a while. Now, I did take a moment, guys. Let's look at our quests. I did take a moment and finish everything that I could possibly do that made sense to do. I don't do fishing quests unless it's fishing weekend, and I don't think we've had a fishing weekend for a while. So when we have zero energy fishing weekend, I'll get back on the fishing quest. So that's just going to stay there until I'm ready to do it. I still have to finish this quest, I was actually working on this the other night, but I have to do some PvP, which I talked about recording. I just haven't gotten around to it, so we'll probably have a PvP video coming up at some point, because I got to get some things, and I also want to get out of this. What else do I want to get out of this? Oh yeah, I also need to get squid ink. And I still need about another 15, 16, 17 squid ink, and it takes a long time. I did probably about 20 fights and got about 4 squid ink out of it. So that's going to be one that's good that I'm waiting to jump into really hard until I can get double reagent weekend. Like if you see a double reagent weekend, expect to see me online, I don't know, about 24 hours or so, because I'm going to be grinding to get all the things I need for not only this, my focused mace, but also for the 2 pieces of Dragoon gear, which I really need to go ahead and start working on and crafting. But it's going to take a lot of grinding to get there. So all available, well, of course, and like until I get a crew together to face the Devourer, I'm not going back in there for that type of horribleness. I did again the other day. Had somebody say, "Hey, can you come help us?" So I went and helped them, and we finished the second fight. And then they asked me to come in for the third fight, and all I could say was, "Oh God!" And we went in there, and it was terrible once again. So I got to find the right crew with the right plan, and to defeat the Devourer. And I still remember how I did with my Storm guy. Must have gotten so lucky with my Storm guy. But yeah, we'll get back to it. I've seen it in the comments. Yes, I know. We'll get back to it, just not today. So, where does that leave us as a wizard? Well, as a wizard, we are level 146. So, guys, if you have made it to this point in the game, have done every single quest except for a crafting quest, all your fishing, well, half your fishing quests, and the Devourer, you're probably going to be around level 146. Wow. So, that means we are only 4 levels away from max level, and we still have 2 entire worlds to go through. Absolutely amazing. That's how much side questing can benefit you and over level you for the worlds you go into. If we go down to quick stats, like right now, I've got 25 training points. I got a lot of training points I could use. That makes me think about what my next walkthrough series is going to be like, and I've got a great idea, but I'm going to hold off on that. If you want to know, I'll be talking about it on stream on Tuesday nights, because I do Wizard101 every Wednesday night in stream, and I'm going to be throwing that question out a lot to try to get feedback from you guys and try to do some research on that. Right now, damage is 152 with the gear that we got. I call it pre-gear Dragoon gear. Resistance 2312, not so great. So my stats are a little weak on that. That'll get better if I get the Dragoon gear that I'm looking for. Accuracy is okay at 23%. I've been able to keep my critical at a nice 472, which seems to be just fine. Doesn't seem to be low, doesn't seem to be high, seems to be rocking it. Block rating 109 seems not great, but hey, nothing to worry about. Armor piercing of 9, which I think that should be better. Healing in and out's okay, but since I don't ever have any healing spells, and the only healing spell that I could possibly get that's native myth needs a ton of squid ink. I'm not getting that anytime soon. And power of pips is 84%. I'd love to beat that at 100, but I think I have to do some crafting. I have to craft some Dragoon boots to get that up. Shadow pip rating at 130, which I think is about probably average. Pip conversion, who cares about pip conversion? Okay, and that's where we are at there, okay? I'm a visionary crafter, which I only have one more level to go up on there. Just got one more thing crafting to do. Gardening's at rank 13, but honestly, all I garden are potatoes and some magma peas, so no big deal there. Fishing, rank 6, but I only really fish sometimes. I'm a Transcendence Monstrologist. I do like that, but I haven't gone harvesting Monstrology monsters for a while because I still got plenty in my deck, so there's no reason to. Okay, guys, let's get after it. We have been summoned here by the great Fitzhume, so let's see what Fitzhume needs from us.
Oh, look! It's the hero of Unicorn Way! What? I'm a librarian. I do my research. But seriously, nice job saving us all from cataclysmic doom. You and I really are a lot alike, you know. We're both made to perform tasks we didn't sign up for and never get the credit we deserve.
Now he's finally making sense here. Let's keep listening.
For instance, after the musicology scholar blew up his office, who managed to clean up and did all the paperwork to move him into a new one? Me. And when Ione needs someone to fix her rat problem, or was it a mole problem? Yes, fix her mole problem. Who does she run to? That's right, me, Librarian Fitzhume. I've 2 millennials worth of books to Dewey Decimalize, yet Princess Ione makes me called the Exterminator. Hero of the Arcanum is what they should call me. Oh well. You should probably go help Ione before that mole makes too big of a mess.
Okay, let's go talk to old Ione and see what's going on. So guys, we are now heading into the new arc. Let's see what's going on.
Ah, Wizard, welcome back. What you've heard is true. The Arcanum has a mole. But first, we must attend to the matter of your rank. Besting the primordial powers of creation and saving all life in the spiral goes well beyond the responsibilities of an understudy. In addition, your work to unite the factious forces of light and shadow, as well as the Arcanum and Council of Light, deserves special recognition. Thus, I hereby promote you to Arcanum Liaison and grant you the appropriate uniform. I also wish to personally extend an earnest thank you. Now, on to the mole issue. Following Grandfather Spider's retirement, we've been monitoring Cabal communications for attempted retribution. Unfortunately, we trace many of the communications right back here to the Arcanum, the musicology department, to be precise. After the medulla headache, we ask that you, the Arcanum Liaison, be the first to confront Scholar Von Trapp, for liability reasons, of course.
Liability reasons. She's too funny. Okay, well, guys, let's go ahead and talk to this musicology guy. Now, there were a few things, I don't know if you paid attention to all the dialogue, but there was a few foreshadowings in the dialogue at the end of the last arc. For instance, Cavities by Mallory, and also Nothing by the Trees. So that stuff's going to become pretty important here in just a little bit. For right now, let's go ahead and let's go check out the musicology office here in the Arcanum. Yep. Now, Fitzhume was referring to this place over here. You see? It got blown up. Yep. And so he got moved to a different office. So let's go ahead and head over to the musicology office and see what's going on here.
Was ist das? Surrender, Kabbalist Mole? Such an odd greeting. Oh, I think I see what is going on here. Come, let us speak.
Let us speak.
First, with the introductions. I am Malvoth von Trapp, scholar of musicology, a very exciting magical discipline which we have no time to discuss. As you have observed, I am a mole, but not of the sneaky infiltrative variety, no. In fact, it is I who uncovered the latest Cabal plot. Indeed, Grandfather Spider may be silenced forever, but his former underlings still carry his old shadowy tune. As we speak, a fiend named the Scarlett Shrimpanel is plotting to retake Chrysalis. He plans to assassinate King Pyat Morningsword and seize the throne. You know this world, yes? Then you must go to Bastion and thwart him.
Wow, big deals, and we just got dumped a bunch of gear. None of it really as good as the gear we already have. You know, not really. I mean, yeah, but, it might be good for a stitch or two here. Yeah. That's one thing about having that great bazaar. The bazaar doesn't care where you are in the quest line. It just looks at your level and it'll sell you whatever type of gear you can afford that's your level. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes I like that, and sometimes I really don't. I honestly wish that it didn't, because you're getting gear that's way above your quest line.
Spellbinder, it's you. Is this a social visit, or has a new calamity returned you to our world?
Let's talk to our buddy Divim.
A shadowy Cabal agent named the Scarlet Shrimpinel is here in Bastion, and he stalks our king. No, that's impossible. I've personally verified each and every person that has come through this world door. Unless... there was a conspicuously large delivery of seafood that came through recently. Perhaps those crates were packed with more than just imported fish. I made note of the delivery's final destination. Follow me.
Let's go. Okay, the Prawn King's 4th. Very, very good. But yeah, like I was saying, I mean, you know, because you get all this, because if you use the Bazaar, you can get all of this great gear that, yeah, it's better than the gear you're about to get.
Do you smell that? It's the stench of evil and shellfish. Once again, old friend, let us go save Chrysalis together.
I agree, Divum. Yeah. Okay, so we get to meet the Scarlet Shrimpinel. And that's a reference to an old movie. Yeah. But hey, good times. Okay, let's just double check our deck, because I haven't looked at it since we did all our stuff, and I think we're still okay, actually, believe it or not. Okay.
Oh, it seems someone has ordered lunch for us. Rebuilding a shadow empire on the ashes of this new Chrysalis is hungry work. Let's eat.
Aha, nope. Very, very good. Well, I hope everybody's doing great, guys. Hey, just a reminder, if you've been enjoying the series and been having fun with us as we've been going through, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Very, very, very helpful to us. And it helps us quite a bit with YouTube as we continue to grow. Thank you, all my subscribers. We are well over 600 subscribers, stretching on to the magic 700. And everybody who's helping us there, thank you so much, as we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And it's all because of you guys taking the time to hit that like button and support the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, well, let's finish off these arachnids. Well, that's great. I guess I didn't notice he was stealing my blade earlier. Okay. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay. That's okay. We're about to finish these guys off. These guys are so busy casting utility spells, they could have, like, hit me 2 or 3 times by now. Well, no complaints about that, you know. Absolutely. Yeah, I was just saying, I mean, the Bazaar is great and everything. I like trading up gear that's all based on level, but it does take you out of the visual progression of gear you can get just by working the game. Yeah, and it makes things like...
the thrill of fighting at your side, Spellbinder. Let us press on.
It takes the gear that, like, for instance, the Liaison gear, which, honestly, if you just look at it in perspective of the level you would have gotten it if everything leveled up just right and you weren't advanced level or anything like that, it actually is probably pretty good gear. But because of my over leveling and the fact that I can get better gear just because of my level at the Bazaar, it makes it kind of moot. Yeah, it makes it kind of moot. Like, for instance, you know, I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but check it out. So the Liaison hat, there you go. And it's an ugly hat too. It doesn't even look that good. Or the Liaison robe, yeah, I mean, come on. I could have bought that. I could have bought that same stuff at the Bazaar. I mean, I think they should have designed it better. I think if they're going to hand you out a pretty cool piece of gear, give you a pretty cool piece of gear. Something that's not something you can buy at the Bazaar for cheap. Okay, let's take them on.
Look what the rat dragged in. The divine paradox. Before you, the Cabal had purpose, unity, a dream. To restore the first world.
Okay. Sorry, I lost my mouse there.
But now we're fragmented, disjointed, scraping for lost power, and forced to kowtow to one whose ambitions would destroy all that we are. Oh, you haven't heard? A new leader has emerged in Spider's wake. An old one, ever watching, ever waiting. He has such plans for you.
Ugh, enough talk, you malodorous monster. To battle! Ki!
Charge! Okay, so let's go ahead and get the Scarlet Shrimpinel set up for a big smashing hit. Let's get him on. Now, we are starting the official 4th arc, and this is all getting us to eventually the great world of Caramel. Now, Caramel is really awesome. It's only about 88 quests long, so it's along the lines of some of the early worlds. And that's one of the things that that Wiz has specifically done, or King Zal has done, with stuff ever since they built the first world, which was ever since Imperia. Well, actually, more ever since they finished the second arc, because the second arc the worlds were getting really big and really long, and they went back to the idea of worlds being anywhere from around 85 quests, 70 at the lowest, to up to 120 quests, which is great. And Caramel sits, at the lower end at 88 quests, but it's a tougher world. There are more challenging quests. The fights are more challenging and stuff. So I think that balances out how many quests you have to deal with. And honestly, I think the storyline moves better with the lower amount of quests anyway. So, I mean, no worries for me there on that mark at all. Let's go ahead and get this going. So those are some of the things that we see with this new world. Now, we started the quest right there when we first started talking with what's-her-face, with Ione. That was quest number 1. We are now on quest number 4, so we've got some good stuff going on. And right now we're trying to figure out what the deal is. Now, there are some side quests, I believe, over at the Arcanum that we'll end up having to take. In fact, there's a whole side quest of stuff that we haven't even dealt with right now, having to do with stuff at the Arcanum. Like, for instance, there is this book quest and everything that we'll probably take care of, I think. Yeah, I think so. And we'll probably end up dealing with that on a side, because it's really a side quest. And what we're focused on is main quests and any school-specific quests. Now, school-specific quests have become a little bit far in between on these 2 new worlds, so it's not like it used to be where you'd get these specific quests where you're going out for a spell quest or anything. You'll see what we mean by that in a little bit when we go back and talk with Malvoth. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can knock out these guys right here and finish this fight. Very, very good. Now, what are our plans right now for the walkthrough? Well, we've got 2 worlds left, and they're not very long. So this is what I'm thinking about doing. We're going to keep the episode-a-day format, unless something in my life gets me so busy that I can't get a recording done that day. So we're going to keep working on an episode a day, because I'm having a lot of fun. I love the progress we're making. I love the storylines and all the excitement. So
I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you, meddling divine paradox. How did you even know where to find me? Malvoth. You mean the Cabal's mole in the Arcanum? Figures he'd side with the old one. What? I know he's literally a mole. He's also a spy. We're everywhere! You'll never win. Or you won't win any additional times. The law of averages is on our side. You have to lose eventually.
My word, he's a talkative one. He's the palace guard's problem now. Come, wizard, let's step outside. This place reeks.
Tell you about it, Divum. Absolutely. So, yeah, pretty exciting stuff, guys. Very, very good. I love coming back to Chrysalis. Chrysalis was such a grand adventure. It's a long world, but boy, lots of cool stuff happened in Chrysalis. So, what are we going to be doing now? Well, we're actually going to be getting a new spell here pretty quick.
As wonderful as it was to fight alongside you again, Spellbinder. Maybe next time we could just share some cheese and a laugh, eh? Until then, you must alert your Arcanum compatriots to what the Shrimp Man said about the spy, Malvoth. May the light guide you, my friend.
Okay, just like that, it is time to head back and, okay, yeah. Head back, and we'll just drive over there, because the world door is, like, right here. Might as well. There's our friend Zaltana. I hope everything's been going well with her. Okay. So, we need to go back to the Arcanum, as I recall. Let's hit it. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-da-da-da-da-da. I wonder if they pulled out that side quest that they had. Yeah, there was this really cool little side quest, or maybe I'm out of sequence or something. I don't know. I could have sworn that we did it. Oh well, let's talk to Ione.
Wizard, you return. Finally. I am pleased. What news of the mole situation? Scholar Von Trapp is spying on the Arcanum and the Cabal. A double agent. I find this confusing.
Tell me about it.
When you left for Chrysalis, Malvoth went to his musicology studio to prepare a, quote, surprise for you. No doubt a trap. But you must spring it. Apprehend Malvoth and bring him to me. Then he will learn that I, too, can be persuasive.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. The quest I'm thinking about is a pre-Lemurian quest. Yeah, no, we're on the right track here. We're on the right track. Now a lot of times when King's Isle puts out a brand new world, they have this intro quest. Now, I don't think we actually get to do the intro quest here for Caramel, but that's okay. I'm all fine with that. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Von Trapp. This is a pretty good event we're coming into here, because now the new spells that we get are based upon quests, not so much based upon our school.
Has the Scarlet Shrimpinel been dealt with? Wunderbar. He was just going to get in our way. Now, for your reward, you must face the Doom Box. And you must face it now! Play!
Okay, so we got to face the Doom Box. Sounds good. Let's get him. Okay, now, yeah. Solo Elite. Shouldn't be that big of a deal, really. Here. Well, what should we do? Yeah, let's just go ahead and blade up first. Well, anyway, so the spells from here on out, you'll notice that you get them based on quests, not based on level. And that's kind of how it's always been, but now you won't get any invitations to new spells until you've hit the quest. I think that was a lot of the third arc, too. So, let's see here. How close am I to a power pip? I'm really not that far away. I mean, not power pip, but to a shadow pip. Ooh, is there a bubble that gives you higher shadow pip? I need to explore that. There might be a shadow pip aura. That'd be kind of nice to have an aura that would actually increase your rate of shadow pipping. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, I think we're done here. Let's finish this guy off. Yep, he's too busy loading up his blades. It's been a while since I've done this quest.
Wizard coursing through you like electricity. If not, we shall have to do this all again. No, are you good? Oh, good. This rhythm will syncopate with your inherent magic to create a new spell. A small token of gratitude for dealing with this stinky Shrimpinel. What? Me? A Cabal spy? Herr Shrimpy spilled the jelly beans, didn't he? Well then, okay. I confess, I am indeed a mole. Also, the mole. I multitask. Whew. Feels good to say out loud. But please know, I have only the best of intentions. Come, let us march to my office and discuss further.
So there we go. We just got a new spell, and the new spell is the Tazzleworm Terror. So it's 1 Shadow Pip, and it's 5. Now let's see here. And plus it adds Confuse for a round. So they get hit, they get confused. It's interesting. Now, if we compare it to Witch's House Call does a lot more damage. So this is like 400 points, 400, 500 points less damage, right? From 11 to 605, so it's a little bit less. We're going to make sure we add it in. And I think, like if we compare it to our other shadow spells, let's see here. If we compare it to our other, there we go. If we compare it to our other spells, like the Snake Charmer, gosh, the Snake Charmer looks even better. Huh. Now, is Tazzleworm Terror an AoE? See, it doesn't say. Yeah, I think it's a single hit spell. I guess that's one of the reasons why you probably don't see it all that often. Yeah, because it's not divided. Yeah. Well, we're going to keep it in there because it might be a fun one to use. I don't know. Now, one of the things that gets pushed quite a bit in this new world is the idea, you know what, we haven't really talked about this at all, is the idea of the Spelmans right here. Like, for instance, You can get certain Spelmans, like for instance, we got Bloodbat right here. That's one of our cards, and you can get Spelmans for that, okay? Like for instance, if we want to upgrade the bat, we have to get so many Spelmans to do different upgrades, and so basically these will allow us to customize our spell. Now, I haven't talked a lot about this because honestly, the only way to get a majority of the Spelmans is to actually use crowns and buy packs to get the Spelmans. You'll notice that I don't have very many Spelmans here for a lot of these guys because I just don't spend crowns on things like that. Now, on Daybreaker and Nightbringer, though, we will have a point to be able to upgrade these at some point because there are ways by fighting certain key bosses and stuff to get Spelmans for these. So we'll definitely be looking at that into the future, which will be pretty good. Scarab. 4 Spelmans to the Scarab? Yeah, I don't even have anything like that. But anyways, and Spelmans are going to become important because we're going to be able to upgrade the Tazzleworm Terror with Spelmans, and we're going to be able to get a lot of these Spelmans in side quests here in Caramel. So that's going to be fun. I'll talk more about that in between episodes as we let you know. So let's go ahead and meet Mr. Malvoth, and let's talk to him.
Bite your tongue, traitor.
You see, this is our problem. Always with the fighty words. Is it not time we move the discussion forward? Come, let us speak of something new.
Let us speak of something new.
Well, I say something new. First, we must discuss something far older than our silly little schism. The Great Old One himself.
The Great Old One is just a myth. There is no secret author of history, always watching, always nudging. That is pure Cabal propaganda.
Oh, you are quite wrong. The Old One is just reclusive. At least he was until Grandfather Spider went kaput. Now he speaks out for change. The Great Old One has established the Grand Summit, a conference to unite all the Cabal factions under one common goal: peace with the Arcanum. Ione makes a scrunchy, suspicious face, but the summit will be hosted in the sweetest world in all the spiral, Caramel, my beloved home.
Caramel is famous for its peaceful neutrality. Just thinking of it makes me want to smile. As Arcanum liaison, you shall represent us, Wizard.
Wunderbar! Meet me in Caramel City, and I will escort you to my home. Because the summit is at my house, not because it's a trap. Cheers!
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we have a few minutes left. Let's go meet Von Trapp at his home in Caramel. Because, if we're kicking off the new world, let's go to the new world, right? Very good. Get ready for those cutscenes there. Awesome! Wow, okay. There's Von Trapp.
Welcome, or as we say it, willkommen to Caramel City, Wizard. The crown jewel of the Candied Isles, the bustling capital of Caramel. Oh, shucks, I forgot the rest of the spiel. No matter, the Burgomaster has prepared an entire welcoming pageant for you. Come!
Okay, and guys, I think with that, we are going to call it an episode. We are now at Caramel. There is a problem. We're going to meet this old one. We're going to see if there's a possible peace between the Cabal and the Arcanum, and I'm super excited. So, guys, for the Myth walkthrough, this is Kieran Trollcaller. Have a great day. Catch you later. Bye-bye.